room will come to order. We are now holding a meeting of the MAX FFA chapter. Madam Vice President, are all officers at their stations?
I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they're at their stations, and report back to you, Madam President. The Sentinel.
Stationed by the door.
Your duties there.
Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that the door is open to our friends at all times, and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the President in maintaining order.
The Reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people, in order that every man, woman, and child may know that FFA is a national organization. It exists from the state of Alaska to Puerto Rico, and the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The Treasurer. Stationed at the emblem of Washington. Your duties there.
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements, just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members and strive to build up our financial standing through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The Secretary.
Stationed by the ear of corn.
Your duties there.
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The Advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why stationed by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I am asked to advise you from time to time, as the need arises. I hope that my advice will always be based on true knowledge and ripen with wisdom. Madam Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is the symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the president so stationed?
The rising sun is the token of a new era in agriculture. If we will follow the leadership of our president, we shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Madam President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. The Secretary will call the roll of members.
There are 7 members and numerous guests present, Madam President.
Thank you. FFA members, why are we here?
To practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA member should possess.
May we accomplish our purposes. I now declare this meeting of the MAX FFA chapter duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matters which may properly be presented. Is there any new business?
Madam President.
Madam Vice President.
I move that the chapter host a hayride.
Second.
I call for the orders of the day.
The orders of the day have been called for. Madam Secretary, what are the orders of the day?
The orders of the day include a chapter exchange program and chapter activities.
Thank you. We will now proceed to the orders of the day dealing with the chapter exchange program and chapter activities.
Madam President.
Madam Secretary.
I move that the chapter do an exchange program with another chapter from Florida.
Second.
It is moved and seconded that our chapter do an exchange program with a chapter from Florida. Is there any discussion?
Madam
President.
Madam Secretary.
I feel that this motion is a great idea. If we did an exchange program with another chapter from Florida, we would be learning a lot about their program down there and also how they run their chapter and how they live their lives. I encourage you all to vote yes with me in this motion.
Madam President.
Madam President.
Madam Vice President.
I wish to speak against the motion. This motion has too many things that we need to figure out logistically. There is no way that we can just simply make a decision today without knowing how the member will travel or who their host family would be, or if this would even be possible and another chapter is willing to do this with us. I feel we don't have enough information. Get with me and vote no.
Madam President.
Mr. Reporter.
I'm against this motion. There's still, like previous speaker said, there's too many things logistically that haven't been worked out. Like who we're going to send, how are we going to determine which one wants to go, who's going to go if more than one want to go. So I'm imploring you all to vote down this motion.
Madam President.
Madam Treasurer.
I am against this motion. Being the treasurer, I strive to build up our financial standing, and because we don't know how we are going to send this member, the plane ticket could be way too expensive and not beneficial to our chapter. Get with me and vote down this motion.
Madam President.
Mr. Sentinel.
Fellow FFA members, need I remind you that E.M. Tiffany writes in the Creed that we need to have as much knowledge and skill that we can secure. And from having an exchange student from Florida. We can all benefit from this. We can learn about the way they do agriculture down there and how they can learn how we do agriculture up here. This is completely different sides of the United States, and we can all learn something from this, as E.M. Tiffany writes. I encourage you all to unite as assembly and vote yes in this motion.
Madam President,
Madam Vice President.
I move to suspend the standing chapter rule which states that we wear official dress for meetings.
Second. I rise to a parliamentary inquiry.
State your inquiry.
Does this motion require a majority or 2/3 vote?
Since it is a standing chapter rule, it will require a majority vote. Was there a second to suspend the rules?
Second.
It is moved and seconded that we suspend the standing chapter rules, which states that we wear official dress for meetings. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no.
No.
The noes have it, and the motion relating to official dress for suspending the rules fails.
Madam President,
Madam Secretary.
I still feel like this motion is a great idea. Our members will greatly benefit from this because down in Florida, they have aqua agriculture. And up here in North Dakota, we obviously don't have that. And we can learn a lot from this. So I encourage you all to vote yes with me.
Madam President,
Mr. Reporter.
I move to refer this motion to a special committee of 3 appointed by the chair for power to act.
Second.
It is moved and seconded to refer this motion to a special committee of 3 appointed by the chair with power to act. Is there any discussion?
Madam President,
Mr. Reporter.
I think it's the best interest of our chapter if we pass this refer. The committee could speak freely on who we could send and how we would send them, and it would be the most effective way of sending a person. So I'm putting all vote yes for this refer.
Madam President,
Mr. Sentinel.
I rise in complete disagreement with the previous speaker. Referring this to committee will just delay it longer, and we need to have a decision as soon as we can. I think that referring this would be very detrimental to our chapter. We need to make this decision now, and we have a quorum present, and we can just all as the assembly vote in favor of this motion. Vote down the refer.
Madam President,
Madam Treasurer.
I think this refer is a great idea. Our older members we don't have very many present, and I feel that sending an older member would be detrimental to our chapter because they would be more comfortable with traveling alone, and I think we need to refer this to a committee so they can figure out this at a later time. Vote yes on the refer.
Madam President,
Madam Vice President.
in agreement with the previous speaker, this refer is very advantageous for our chapter. The committee can not only speak freely, but they can take as many time and meetings as they need to get enough information. They could even speak and correspond with the host family over Skype or some other form of technology and make sure that this is all safe for our member attending and for their member that they're sending us. And they can make a great decision for the chapter. Get with me and vote yes on this refer.
Is there any further discussion on the refer? Discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor of referring this to a special committee of 3 appointed by the chair with power to act say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no.
No.
The ayes have it, and the motion will be referred to the committee. The committee will consist of the reporter, treasurer, and vice president.
Madam President,
Madam Vice President.
I move that our chapter hold a hot dog eating contest during FFA week.
I object to the consideration of the question.
The consideration of the question has been objected to. Shall the question be considered? All those in favor of considering the question rise. Be seated. Those opposed rise. Be seated. There's 2/3 in the affirmative, and the objection is not sustained. Is there a second to the main motion?
Second.
It is moved and seconded that our chapter hold a hot dog eating contest for FFA week. Is there any discussion?
Madam President,
Madam Vice President.
as the maker of this motion, I feel that this is a great idea for us to do during FFA week. We are always looking for fun ways to get members involved. We can invite the elementary to watch the hot dog eating contest and watch our members unite in some great fun competition and just have a good time all together in FFA. This would be a great way to recruit members. Vote yes with me.
Madam President,
Madam Secretary.
this motion is a terrible idea. If we have a hot dog eating contest, if a member eats too much, they could get sick or they could choke and possibly die. This is not a great thing for our chapter. I encourage you all to vote no with me.
Madam President,
Mr. Reporter.
I think this motion is a fantastic motion. Being the chapter reporter, if this motion were to pass, I could write an article and put it in the newspaper of how successful our hot dog eating contests were for the surrounding communities to see it and see how much fun that we had. So I'm pulling y'all to get my bandwagon and vote yes for this motion.
Madam President.
Mr. Sentinel.
As Sentinel, I think this would be great. However, as great for recreation. However, I don't think that we should do this for a couple reasons. One being obesity is is one of the leading causes of death in America. And if we are encouraging people to keep doing unhealthy lifestyles like this, I don't think that this would be very beneficial to our chapter. Vote no on this motion.
Madam President.
Mr. Reporter.
I move to amend the main motion by striking out the word hot dog and inserting the word wings.
Second.
It is moved and seconded to amend the main motion by striking out the words hot dogs and inserting wings. If the motion passes, the main motion will then read that our chapter hold a wing eating contest for FFA week. Is there any discussion?
Madam President.
Mr. Reporter.
I think this amendment is a great idea. I know there's a lot of people in our school who are great fans of Buffalo Wild Wings or just eating wings in general. And if we were to have this contest, we'd have a better turnout if we had wings because it's more, it's healthier than hot dogs, so it'd be a little healthier too than hot dogs. So the obesity thing would go down some. So I implore you all to vote yes to this amendment.
Madam President,
Madam Treasurer.
I think this amendment is a fabulous idea. I myself am not a fan of hot dogs, and I think wings would be a great substitution to that. Get with me and vote yes on this amendment.
Is there any further discussion on the amendment? Discussion. Hearing none, proceed to vote. All those in favor of amending the main motion by striking out the words hot dogs and inserting wings, so that if the amendment passes, the main motion will then read that our chapter hold a wing eating contest for FFA week, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. The ayes have it, and the amendment passes. Is there any discussion on the main motion, which now reads that our chapter hold a wing eating contest for FFA week?
Madam President,
Madam Secretary.
I move that we adjourn this meeting.
Second.
It is moved and seconded to adjourn the meeting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no.
No.
The noes have it, and the meeting will not be adjourned.
Madam President,
Mr. Sentinel.
I move to postpone this motion indefinitely.
Second.
It is moved and seconded to postpone the motion indefinitely. Is there any discussion?
Madam President,
Mr. Sentinel.
I think that postponing this motion indefinitely is the best thing we can do for our chapter. We can by doing this, postpone, it will kill this motion, and I don't feel that this motion is very beneficial to our chapter. And FFA motto says living to serve. How is having a wing eating contest serving our community at all? Vote yes on this postpone indefinitely.
Madam President.
Madam Vice President.
As the maker of the main motion, I am greatly opposed to this postpone indefinitely. It would completely kill my motion. I feel that the hot dog eating contest was a great way for us to unite and have a good time. We're always working hard on contests and on our school work. This could have been a fun recreational activity. Vote no with me on the postpone.
Madam President,
Madam Secretary.
I am for this postpone. This is the best thing for our chapter because this motion is absolutely terrible. Vote yes with me.
Is there any further discussion?
Madam President,
Madam Treasurer.
I think this postpone indefinitely is a terrible idea. We do not want to get rid of this motion. We have a quorum present, and everyone seems to be in favor of this motion. Vote down the postpone.
Is there any further discussion on the postpone indefinitely? Discussion. Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor of postponing the motion, which states that our chapter hold a wing eating contest for FFA week indefinitely, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no.
No.
The noes have it, and the motion is not postponed. Is there any further discussion on the main motion? Discussion. Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor of the main motion say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no.
No.
The noes have it, and the motion fails. Madam Secretary, do you have a record of any further business which should now be transacted?
I have none, Madam President.
Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which should properly come before this meeting? We are about to adjourn this meeting of the MAX FFA chapter. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, join me in a salute to our flag. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
now declare this meeting adjourned.